Hello, everyone. So, yesterday you began writing your first chapter all about your animal's physical features. Mine is named Was That a Bear? So, I went in yesterday and I began writing. So, I also just want to let you know I moved this over to the center since it is the title and I wanted just to make sure that it was nice and clear. And then I began writing. So, from the very beginning, I introduced this chapter. So, make sure that you are doing that. If you have not done that already, make sure you do it today. So, I started off with one of the sentence starters that was given in the slides. Roar, have you ever seen a bear? If you close your eyes, there are many different bears that you may be picturing. And all of these bears have different traits that describe their appearance, but they also share many common characteristics, right? So I set my reader up right there to get ready for this chapter. Then I began my first paragraph within this chapter, my second paragraph within this chapter, all about just the general appearance of a bear. And I made sure to start off with an introductory sentence. And it says bears have many physical characteristics that would describe them. And then I go on to really talk about all those notes that I took from my note cards, right? So this is this paragraph, right? All about what the bear looks like generally. And the first thing I want to talk about, right, is that they can have white, cream, brown, gray, or black hair. But I don't want to write that word for word. So if you see, this is my first note about that, right? And it goes all the way up to here. So I really expanded on that note that I took from my note card. So I wrote, bears can have many different colors for their hair. They can have white, cream, brown, gray, or black hair, depending on what species of bear it is. So make sure you are doing that. Expand on the information that you have on your note card. You don't want to just write it word for word because it's not going to be as strong as it can be when you expand. You will also notice I have a bold word right here. And that is because that's a new vocabulary word that I didn't know before, but now I know. So I defined it. And just like we have previously, we define new vocabulary in our shared Google document. Make sure that you define it in here. So I wrote, as for their bodies, they have large bodies with stocky legs. I bolded it to show that it's a new vocabulary word. Then I defined it. Stocky means sturdy and usually short. So if you have a new vocabulary word that you want to put in there, go ahead, do it. Just make sure you bold it. And then I close this sentence, right? In red, I closed it. That's the end. I closed my paragraph, All of those things describe the general appearance of what a bear looks like. Then I go on to the next paragraph, right? So this one, from my information when I organized it, comes next. How tall is the bear? So this is all about how tall my bear is. And if you notice, right here, there's not too much information. There's 3 bullet points, but I really expanded it here. And I talked more and more about what I learned and I expanded on my thoughts, right? So I talked about when bears walk on all fours, they average about 3 to 5 feet, except each species of bear is different, for example, and I go on to the different bears. And I can even expand on that a little bit more if I want to. So this is all details right here. These all come from my note card. If you notice, I also did not close this paragraph. So that's something that I can do. That's something that I could grow and really work on. Then I go on to the last one right here, how much a bear weighs. That's my introductory sentence. Then I have looked at my note cards. I had these 2 notes right there, and then I began to expand on them, right? We know that they are very large animals, so they must weigh a lot, right? This is coming from my own head, right? Not my note cards. I'm expanding on the things that I've learned. Well, it depends on the bear's size. So a smaller bear can weigh about 60 to 143 pounds, but the large fully grown bears can weigh up to 1,800 pounds. That is a lot of weight if you ask me, right? So this all right here came from my note card. All right, I also could add a closing there. And then lastly, I need to close this chapter out. Make sure you are doing that. Make sure you have done that. Get them ready for the next chapter, right? Now that you know about the bear's physical traits, get ready to learn about the bear's habitat. If you're not sure what a habitat is, I promise you will learn all about it in the next chapter. So make sure you have all of this and good luck. Work on this today.